Good tidings, villagers. This is your captain, Wilhelmina Frost of the Estelian Royal Guard, legendary knight of phaseconnect's newest generation phase saga. Oh, I'm so sleepy this morning. I'm sleepy and I was very sluggish, so that's why everything took, I don't know, 5 times as long to set it up. Just like, VTube Studio. OBS. Changing the name over on Twitch. It was just very, I'm definitely not as energetic as yesterday. No, I stayed up far too late playing League of Legends, and then I also, like, when I was like, right, I've got stream in just over 7 hours, I better get some rest. And I was in bed and I just kept on tossing and turning and I couldn't get to sleep, and I even tried counting sheep. This is like, well, you know, maybe it works. But then eventually, I don't know, actually maybe it did work, because I don't ever remember reaching, like, I tried counting down from 100 to 0. I didn't reach 0, but I should have counted swords. But what role do I play on League? Any of them, but because last night when I was playing, the prio picks were, I think it was like jungle and mid, maybe, or was it top and mid? Couldn't remember. I played mid regardless, so I was mid laning. But I don't mind playing ADC. I don't mind playing top. Sometimes I can play jungle. Yeah, I don't know why mid was a prio pick, but I was like, I'll take it. I'll take it, you know? Why not? And of course, like, I'll play support as well, if I need to. I enjoy... Contrary to popular belief, if I play mid, I'm not gonna say too much because I'm just, I don't know, I'm paranoid. But let's just say that despite my protests otherwise, I will play mages. If I'm in the mid lane, I will play a mage. I'm not like an assassin mid lane or anything. But you're not allowed to tell anyone. That said, if I'm playing top lane, I'll generally play someone like Riven or Fiora, so So look, I don't mind the sword wielding. I don't mind the sword wielding tops. I have to be half asleep to admit to something so shameful. I know. Maybe I need to learn some of the assassin mid laners so I can let go of the magic using crutch. I don't know, it's because I grew up in classic League of Legends meta. Like, not the newfangled meta where, you know, it's not called ADC, it's called bot. Back in my day, when you were in the bot lane, you were an ADC or a support, and an ADC was someone that was a marksman, attack damage carry. Not just some random whatever. And so back in my day, your mid laner was generally a mage. Yeah, and back when jungle and support were ward bots. I like your funny words, Magic Mina. I know. I wore an onion on my belt, as was the style of the time. Yeah, back in the good old days before jungle items and roll picks. Yes, the days of Kassadin destroying mid lane. The Azir and Victor meta. Azir didn't even exist. Back in my day, Azir didn't even exist. And Victor was still a new champ. That's too far back. No, that's too far. Ancient Willy. Yeah, Yasuo was still a new champ. How long back was this? I started playing League of Legends when... Oh, Season 2 World Championships. And I think Talon was the newest champ. Somewhere around then. Because I distinctly remember watching... Was it TSM? At that Season 2. Were they in the grand final? Season 2? I just remember watching it. I remember watching classic League of Legends around that time. Yeah, we're back when North America could still be in international League of Legends finals and they weren't just a joke. You don't need to defend it, it's my life. I don't know, there's just something about, I feel like everyone's allowed a guilty pleasure, aren't they? As long as it's not hurting anyone. Plus I now, I don't know, I know better. And so when I do play, I actually play with all my chats turned off and purely with just ping. Like with pings. Not one single ping, but I just turn all the chat off and then I just ping if I need to communicate and then... And then, yeah, like that reduces a lot of the rage-inducing parts of League of Legends. Actually, I haven't. I haven't watched First Stand. No, I haven't really watched that much competitive League. Sometimes, if there's nothing else that I want to actually watch on when I'm just like, you know, pottering around the castle and or eating a meal, and if there's, I don't know, like sometimes I'm prime time when I eat my supper, it's prime time for LCS or something, or LCK, sorry, LCMs. Bloody don't know any of the, yeah, like LCK or something like that. No, LCS? LCK? I can't even remember which league it is. But one's the China one, was the Korea one, is it? LCMs. Then I'll just watch whatever's on. Oh, LCS is NA. LEC, is that that's the European one. God. Bloody hell. Yeah, I never watch LCS then, it's LCK. I was probably thinking about LCMs, to be honest. Delicious. Delicious little Rice Krispie treats. What do they stand for? What does LCM stand for? Because it's basically like, sorry, yeah, I was rubbing my rubbing the sleep out of my left eye. So if my if it was messing up with my eye, my blinking and my face tracking, I'm very sorry. Oh, League Championship Series. I was thinking about like LCM, like lowest common denominator. Least common multiple. Yeah, but like when we're talking about those little Rice Krispie treats. LCM's snack bar. Snack bar. Also, why are they called it? Oh my god, according to Kellogg's Australia, the letters LCMs in the popular lunchbox snack do not stand for anything in particular. The company chose the name simply because it was catchy and they liked the way the letters sounded together. So they mean absolutely nothing. What a... That's so... That feels fraudulent. Why do that? Acronym. Why did they give it an acronym? If not... The name was not an acronym for a specific phrase like Little Crunchy Munchies or Little Cereal Milk Bar, despite common urban legends. That's a bit of a stretch to call it an urban legend. Shouldn't that be reserved for like the Chupacabra or something? Not a little Rice Krispie treat bar? Do they have LCMs in places that aren't Australia, and by extension Australia? Little Crunchy Munchies. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think they should have gone with that too. Never heard of it? Never heard of these in your life? Huh. Well, when I show you, you'll be like, oh, that's a Rice Krispie treat. And I was like, yeah, I've been calling them that alternatively this whole time. But here, let me show you. There we go. Look at that 1-star health rating. Rice Krispie meat. Yes. Yeah, those are Rice Krispies. I just thought that it stood for something. And now I know it stands for nothing. That's a generational level disappointment. I'm so disillusioned right now. Me holding up the LCM. I thought you stood for something. And now I know you stand for nothing. They look like they got ants in them. No, that's just the Milky Bar. Nobody was eating those for health benefits. I guess they were eating them for the little crunchy munchies inside. I'm going to continue to perpetuate misinformation on the internet. I'm going to call them little crunchy munchies because I think that sounds good. They should have gone with that. They shouldn't have admitted to being like, yeah, LCM, we just like the way that the letters sound. If your initials are LC and M, then Kellogg's has decided that you have the most attractive initials in the world. If they don't stand for anything, then they'll fall for everything, that's it. In the EU, we had puffed rice that was shaped like acorns. It should have been puffed corn that was shaped like acorns. Because then it would have been acorn. There, Willy. The company doesn't decide the generational memory on their own. If you think they're little crunchy munchies, it is little crunchy munchies. Well, look, I actually didn't think of them as much of anything up until this point, but I do prefer, little crunchy munchies over little cereal milk bars. Oh, they're shaped like pine cones, not acorns. But they could have called them pine corns. If it was made out of corn. Again, another missed opportunity. Yes, I don't think I've had an LCM for nigh on years. Maybe I should buy a box just to retaste childhood. I think inventing an acronym that doesn't stand for anything goes against the Paladin Oath. I didn't think I vowed that. I thought I vowed to uphold virtue and justice and a third thing, but I definitely don't think it was that I wouldn't create new acronyms for things. I wouldn't retcon acronyms. Do you have a pet name for them, like calling KFC Kaffies? Does anyone call it Kaffies? I thought that, like... I was about to ask, what does KFC stand for? No, I know what that one stands for. I'm just sleepy. Yeah, KFC short enough, like... Ken's funny crustaceans. Yeah, is this Mac is all over again? What I know that, like, I feel like McDonald's is the only one that has extensive nicknaming. I feel like most of the other, like, you don't call Burger King Burgies. You call Burger King Hungry Jacks. You just call it KFC, doesn't get an acronym. The Whoopers. Wendy's has another name in Japan. Wendy's. Wendy's. Some places have to the point names. Pizza Hut, it's a hut for pizza. Toys R Us, they're entities created with toys. Burger King, Lord of the Burgers. That's right, they don't need nicknames. Oh, Wendy's Nuts. I think I've been stricken down by Ligma. In Canada, we sometimes call McDonald's McDicks, but I think we should go with McWillies. I'd understand calling McDonald's McDicks if it was McRichard or something. If it was the global fast food chain McRichards, then I would understand McDicks. But I just don't see the connection. I'm not sure how we got there. I don't get why it's that. What is it in your region? What's the nickname? I had an Aussie friend that used to call it Macca's. I do believe that it would have been spelled Maccas. We don't do the ER in Australia. I mean Australia. I mean Australia. Well, in Australia as well, but also I believe in Australia. No, it's Maccas. Yeah. It's a common. You'll notice it actually if you spend any extensive time in Australia. Much like I have had to on several quests and missions in the past. I've noticed that the Australians like to nickname things by turning it into like an AS version. What the heck is in Australia? It doesn't exist. It's the language of the peasants. Of the peasantry. Mackie D's. I've heard of Mickey D's. Did you know that Ronald McDonald in Japan is Donald McDonald? Remember when, like, before McDonald's sort of took this sort of, like, most McDonald's now have this kind of streamlined utilitarian look. But remember when they used to actually kind of play into their mascots and be a bit fun and goofy? Donald McDonald Esquire, yeah. They just look unique and have character. They lost their whimsy. Yeah, they took all the whimsy out. Yeah, the Hamburglar. Grimace was the last mainstream mascot. Grimace the last vestige of whimsy. Did you have play areas anymore? I used to be for kids, now it's for drunk people at 2 AM. The super chat just reminded me I have super chats to read. Mr. Sandman, thank you for the super chat. 24 minutes ago. Willie, congrats on another Phase Weekly clip. Sinon's pants were blown away. Figuratively or literally. I didn't realise that the strength of the clips was so powerful that it could extract a woman from her pants, but oh, speaking of Cine, hello. Perfect timing. I just congratulations Sinon on a successful hosting of Phase Weekly. Thank you for representing us in Saga so well. By all accounts, apparently your pants are blown away, so I think that probably means that it was a wonderful time. Say so Siren Raid, thank you so much. And also at another, did you have another episode of Sinon's Canvas, or am I having a stroke? I did just wake up, I'm sorry. I was trying to, like, in a blur of setting things up and, like, opening streams and things, so just now, yes, that's what I thought. She did great on Phase Weekly. Oh, that's amazing. Yay! Go Cindy! Go Cindy! Cindy loved the way I removed my pants. That I just, whipped them off right there. But yeah, there's no difference between taking them off during stream and before stream. They're coming off either way. Sinon and Tanya Raid. Hello, thank you. Yes, and I hope you all had a great time on Sinon's Canvas as well. I'm very uncaffeinated right now. I just before before I started, I had a small amount of yogurt. And so that was my breakfast. I didn't make myself a coffee or tea or anything because I was like, oh, that'll take too much time and I'm already moving so slowly. So I just, yeah. Tony, thank you. It's very early for me and I didn't get much sleep last night, so. 500 cc's of phase coffee stats. Yeah, no toast, no caffeine, just a little bit of dairy. Yes. Oh, I think there's someone. I probably have to. I expect to run a country on so few calories. I know. Maybe I'll need to take a little make a quick coffee break, but I don't want to spend too much time doing that. Hold up. There we go. Yeah, a bit of a low energy presidency today. But look, I made it. I have enough energy to be here physically in some form. Oh, I should introduce myself to all the raiders. Raiders, if this is your first time watching me, hello. I promise I'm usually far more energetic. I was up late last night playing League of Legends, didn't get much sleep, couldn't get to bed. Decided I would stubbornly still make my stream at this early hour, and here I am. But this is your captain, Wilhelmina Frost of the Stellian Royal Guard, legendary knight of phaseconnect's newest generation phase Saga. Sinon is my gen mate, she's wonderful. Don't worry about it. We don't need to go into it again, it's fine, yeah. Oh my gosh, is that the bit everyone's gonna hang on to? The fact, oh my gosh, you play League? Oh, League of Legends? Oh, that accursed game. The hate's overblown. It's like, I don't know why League of Legends became the game that it's like carte blanche to for everyone to just like hate, despite if people who've never played it, people who've never touched it, people who've never looked in its direction, but they're like, oh, the general zeitgeist of gaming is that League is hated. I think I'm gonna jump on that bandwagon. Like, it's it's a scapegoat. It's the scapegoat of MOBAs. Yeah, I'm allowed to hate it because I've played it for over a decade. My soul became cleaner after I quit playing League. Yeah, it's a Nickelback of games. Yeah, I'm coming up on 15 years, if anything. That's true. That's true. Time just gets away from me. You're making me dislike it more. Good. Good. Stay away. I don't want you shitting up my queues anyway. I'll be like, oh god, another newbie. Good, I'll gatekeep harder. There we go, the toxicity, let it flow through you. Let's put that second gate up. Oh, very nice. Yeah, I've got to gatekeep League. I'm doing the world a service. See, it's for the best. It's for the best. For those who aren't strong enough, I'll save you. I don't think you could. I don't think you could handle it. That's why I have to be the one to take it from you. I'm being really brave right now. I'm like, stay back, villager. I will face the hordes in your stead. It's okay. You don't have to touch League of Legends. I'll do it for you. I'll enter the rift on your behalf. Oh, goodness. Entering the rift on the village behalf is crazy. Absolute crazy work. Playing League so you don't have to title. It's like if I ever See, but look, I was literally just stating a fact, and then you can all just like gloss over it. If you're like, oh, League of Legends talk, oh no, you could have all just glossed over it. You could have absolutely glossed over it because it was I didn't go into any great depth. I wasn't like, sorry guys, I'm a bit sleepy today because I was up late, you know, I was playing League of Legends and I couldn't get to sleep, you know, I was just tossing and turning. But then you're the ones who hooked on it. You were like, oh, what lane do you play? Like sleeper agents, like absolute sleeper agents. It was like MK Ultra activation words. It's like, it wasn't like I was baiting for it. It's not like I left out a little succulent nub of cheese and then you were the little rat that crawled towards it. Yeah, you were seduced by the little nub. Yeah, sorry, I'm now awake with rage. I'm awoken with rage. Oh goodness. Oh, we have fun here. Better than coffee. The only thing that caffeinates and awakens me more is just a little bit of morning rage, and anger. She got a much higher energy after being fed even a crumb of toxicity. How triggered would you be if you compared League of Legends to Hero of the Storm? Not at all. They're both good games. Dota 2, great game. Like, just because I enjoy a League doesn't mean that I enjoy it to the absence of all other, you know, MOBA-like quests. Heroes of the Storm was great. Shame that it has no more support. Like, I think that's another, I guess, sort of misconception, is that it's the only, that I don't know, that it somehow like shapes your character so you have to hate all the other types of MOBAs. No, they're all good. If you like a MOBA, you'll probably, I think it's just needless tribalism. Just because you don't like something doesn't mean you have to hate it. Just because you like something doesn't mean you have to hate everything else in the genre. The reason why you like the genre. Pokemon Unite plays in the corner about not being mentioned. I also enjoy Pokemon Unite. It does a bit like, I don't know, I haven't played it in a little while, but when I did play Pokemon Unite, it kind of always felt like games went the exact same way. Like, people will always be like, oh, everything plays out the exact same way in League of Legends, or everything plays out the exact same way in any other MOBA or any other, like, online battle arena style game. But Pokemon Unite really did play the same way every time. You can you can hate all of it just saying. Yeah, it's like the old so you hate waffles. It's like, I love pancakes. Oh, you hate waffles, huh? What if I told you about waffles being better than pancakes? Well, that's fine too. Waffles are also made of almost the exact same ingredients, just presented in a different way. Think about it. With Pokemon Unite, it felt like every game was against kids. Yeah, kids and me. And I beat their brains out. I beat up those kids. All right, anyway, man, that was, I got through one of the super chats. I've got to get through the rest, and we're gonna do Suzerain, and then I've got to bloody end because I've got a meeting in a couple of hours. Okay. Arthur Gumtree, thank you so much for 5 months of Frost Guardianship. I unsheath my sword once again and slice up a tasty sandwich. It never stood a chance. Very good. Thank you, Arthur Gumtree. I do appreciate it. And please enjoy your sandwich. Oh god, I just hit my mic with my hand. All invisible under the table. I keep my mic under the table. Probably a bad idea. Should have it near my face. A meeting on the weekend, yes. Contrary to popular belief, VTubing is into Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. When you're a legendary knight who does work a Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, as part of the Royal Guard, you have to start having meetings for your other job on your weekends. So I never actually, like, that's why I was so excited last, for like on Good Friday, that's why I was so excited to have a day off, because I have not had a day where I didn't have some form of work, for months. Whether it be my, you know, full-time work or, I consider my VTubing part-time VTubing. I consider this a part-time job because, I mean, I only spend... if I'm spending 40 hours a week doing my Royal Guard duties, then the 20 or so hours that I spend on VTubing is more like a, yeah, part-time loading, right? I still stream more than a lot of VTubers, but they're probably also like, they probably also have full-time commitments too outside, because it is actually, it's quite tough to carve the time in your life, because even though I enjoy the time that I'm on stream, even though I really like it, and I have fun, and it gives me the chance to, like, I kind of like double duty it as my gaming time, although I still, as I said, I stayed up late last night to do more gaming time, and I was playing Mahjong the other day, so it's even outside of stream I'm still doing gaming, my own personal gaming time, but I try to think of it as like, well, I get to, at least I'll try to relax a little bit of a game as well, but every hour that you spend streaming is an hour that you're not spending doing something else in your life, like, and then you have to fit that in later. you have to be like, well, I need to do grocery shopping. I've started using my magic mirror to just do as a time-saving initiative. I use my magic mirror to send to the market square for them to pre-pack my goods, and then I just go and collect it. I go on my horse into town once a week or once a fortnight, and then I just collect what I have ordered through my magic mirror. Yeah, that's what a job is. I know, I've got 2 of them. But yeah, so every time that I decide to, you know, what's the cost? None, actually. It's actually a free service that they'll do, which is very nice. I don't really like the idea of delivery though, because you never know if I'm away all if I'm away during the day, then you never know how I'm assuming you can choose a delivery window for when you're home, perhaps, but if I'm out during the day, then I don't know how long it's been sitting there. So that's why I prefer to just go collect it, like if I'm out doing other errands, because I still have to do the errands of my life. Like, yeah, I have to keep the shopkeeper Willard busy. How come it's so bad that you don't have time to live a life? I don't know. How do people who work full time also? When I'm assuming that I'm talking to people here who might also work, you know, for a regular sort of like 40-hour-a-week full-time job, and then if you like, let's say I've got an additional 20 hours in the week that I spend either preparing for streams or doing projects or doing the stream itself. So that's 60 hours of the week. Let's say you try to sleep a regular amount. How many hours are there in the week? Let's say you have hobbies, and because I try to remain active. I go like I have a dance class that I do each week. I was doing a community choir up until like 2 weeks ago. That day's free now, so. Not to mention if you have a social life or anything, like if you want to hang out with your friends, or if you want to my hanging out with friends time, I went to, like, some of my friends, they recently had they had a child last year, and it's the child's first birthday, and like, so I was so out of place going. I was like, yeah, I'll go to your kid's birthday party, and for a couple of hours I was just so out of place, because I was like, how do they now know all these babies? Because it was just like a party full of babies. And I'm like, how do people know this many babies? Do you just, like, when you have a child, do they just spawn in? How did this friends end up now having all these other friends, and all these other friends have babies? And that was a baby party. Yeah, visit the baby merchant. They get the stork fever, and babies start to communicate telepathically. You meet new parents at the kids' park. Is it like the dog park? But I was just like, how I wouldn't even know where to begin to find them. Similar but not as cute as dog park. Oh, babies are kind of cute though. Only people who hate whimsy, babies are full of whimsy. They don't know what the hell they're doing. So they'll just do anything. Actually, babies themselves aren't full of whimsy. It's like that when they start to walk around and move and do just really inane stuff, that's when they're fun. The babies are free, you can just take them from the cabbage patch. Those silly little creatures, they don't know what they're doing. When they actively don't try to kill themselves by accident. It's like they're constantly testing it. Babies living their... They do live their best lives, don't they? They try at least. Because they don't know any other way to live. They're really whimsical when they're not yours. So what are you saying? That like if I was to have a baby, then I'd be like, lost all whimsy? They've just sucked the whimsy out of me and then I don't know where it went. They have to get their own whimsy somehow. They suck their whimsy out of their parents. Is that it? There's whimsy thieving. Much like puppies, it's fun when they're someone else's, so they take care of all the hard work. The whimsy curse transferring down. And I do use my free time, but it's just like your free time then has to be divided up between errands, between relaxing, between cooking if you need to, like laundry, like chores and other sorts of things as well. So I just feel like I just don't have that much actual, like, I don't know, not as much as I had before I did everything. Before I decided I'm just gonna do everything. Oh, what for? I just cease to exist between streams. Off to the void. Off to the void. Ceases to nothingness. Ceases existing, becomes nothingness. And like I also study as well. Like I'm trying to prepare for my N4 JLPT. Which is in a few months. So I spend a little bit of time each day, like either just either working with you know, like I've got one of those like preparation sort of textbook things. Yeah, N4 should be fine. I chose it instead of like N3 because I didn't want to study too hard. I was like, I could probably do it with minimal study. But I don't know. I'm just the type of person who likes to always sort of keep busy with doing things. I think I would take breaks from other things before I took a break from stream. Because this, again, I do want to... I do want to stress that I see this as a job. And so I try to conduct myself with the professionalism it deserves. And, you know, if my contract says I need to be streaming, then I will be streaming. Like, I'm not going to, just because VTubing exists in this sort of, I don't know, creative space, I think doesn't mean you should take it any less seriously. It's just, but again, I'm just very, very lucky that it is a job that I love and that I enjoy doing and that I want to do. So I'm happy to take myself professionally and stream like as much as physically possible. Like, I know that there's always exceptions and like times will come up in your life where you just can't stream, and like that is totally reasonable as well. But I think like when I'm as much as I'm able and when I'm able, I will stick to my obligations as intently as I can. Oh, have I been talking for about an hour already? I haven't even finished reading all the All Australians and Australians must stream as much as Cleo. Well, for Cleo, like, that is her like this is her full-time job. I feel like I probably would. Yeah, game. We're game. Were you always this much of a type A personality? Yes. I've never known. Like, I think I have been. I think I've lived in a constant amount of high tension since I was born. I'm pretty sure. I think I've constantly lived in a state of incredibly high tension. Since the day I came up from the stalk. Since the day I came up from that cabbage patch and was delivered by the stalk. Get the lady down a massage. It'd be like massaging a rock at this point. All right. Mendax, I'm just going to thank you for the super chat, and I'm going to read it out, but I'm not going to discuss it any further because I do not want to get back into the discussion of League. How long back was this? Was this back when everyone started boot since it gave 50 MS? I did answer this earlier about when I started, so please refer to that earlier conversation. Wedgetail, thank you so much for the super chat. Mina, League hurts everyone. Go back to Dota. Again, it's just tribalism. I could do both. It's just because, again, with limited free time, I can only devote my my additional gaming time to one thing at a time. Before it was Mahjong, now it's League again. Fire Dragons, thank you so much for the super chat. Mina, my Kamiyoshi, it's the day of my birth. Could I plead my loyalty to you for many years to come and get an early forehead kiss and maybe a song? Absolutely not on the forehead kiss. If I start giving them out to everyone just because it's their birthday, then unfortunately we'll be kissing everyone every day of the year. But I will. What song? Just the happy birthday? Shall I? Is it? Oh, what? I. Should we all pick a different key? Happy birthday to. Refers to name Fire Dragons. Happy. I actually hate singing the happy birthday song. I actually hate doing it, but I will do it for you. It's because like everyone's singing it in different keys. Everyone's going different places. Oh wait. What if? Have you seen the one like the video where people are just sing birthday? Birthday. Like the one where you don't say anything other than birthday. Is it actually copyrighted? So do I have to actually like sing it differently? So happy birthday, Fire Dragons. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Oh, it's public domain now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Fire Dragons. Happy birthday to you. There you go. Oh, good. I thought I had to skirt around it. They can't stop us now. You made my day really bright. I'm sorry I didn't give you a kiss, but I promise I'll give everyone one in 2 days. And it's for everyone's birthday in April, I promise. That's when Sinon raided, which was 29 minutes ago as well. Mr. Sandman, thank you for the super chat. That reminds me, I know it was only yesterday, Willie, but don't forget about a kudo board for your birthday and Villager Designs. Oh my goodness. I mean, my birthday's not for another month and a half, though. Are you saying that I need to start preparing now? Oh my goodness. Insect Devil, thank you so much for the super chat. League, how could you? Sniffles and cries. Oh no, I've ruined a lot of days. Jackal, thank you so much for the super chat. Our captain suffers for us. She does. She does. Think of me. When I'm in the rift, I hope you think about the horrible time I'm having and how I'm saving you, in particular, dear Villager, from it. I hope you can think of that. I hope a tear comes to your eye knowing how hard your captain is working just to keep you safe from the League of Legends menace. Wedgetail, thank you for the super chat. Pity the League player, they think it's a good mover. Are you out in the town square crying this out? Are you like a little town crier? Hear ye, hear ye. Pity the League player, for they believe it's a good mover. Viviana, thank you so much for the super chat. 1v1 Ico mid lane. We'll see, that's the difference between me and you, Villager. I could play League with Ico, and you can't. Miko, thank you so much for 5 months of Frost Guardianship. Waffles gang. I mean, pancake. Don't you like pancakes? Oh, so you're saying that you hate pancakes now? Gobliano, thank you for the super chat. Here's $2. Take a day off, toots. This is why we established the Swordland Women's League, to stop this sort of behavior. Shaquan, thank you so much for 5 months of Frost Guardianship. What's up, Cat? Looking cute as always. Thank you, I do appreciate it. Thank you. I promise I'm about to game. I do promise. Absolute Link, thank you for the super chat. I wish for my very busy Oshi to have a little bit of gaming time to herself. Monkey's poor curls. Goodness. It's fine. You guys, I'm going to the category now. I'm going to the category that is Suzerain, and we are going to Suzerain. Void. Yeah. The turkey's a little dry. Okay. Here we go. Time to make some bad decisions. All right. Oh, this is what it always does. Hold on. Let me continue, and then if I go here, there we are. Look at that forehead. Is this gonna do it? Loading in. Oh, come on. I think I did it too early. That's still... Here we go. And then now if I go out here and then back Alright. Surely, is that going to show it? Suzerain, there we are. Alright. So let's just read some of the headlines, I think. I'm not going to read too much into all of the news, but just the headlines. So, foreign Gissom engineers' salaries under scrutiny. Salary disparities of Gissom and Assault and Azaz's corporations. Foreign engineers earn significantly higher wages compared to their Swedish counterparts. Oh. Kibana suggests expanding executive powers. What's the NFP again? National Front, ultra-conservative political party. So they want to expand executive powers, adding fuel to the debate over the possibility of reforming the 1929 constitution. Current constitution suggests the division of executive power between the cabinet and the president. There's no immunity before the courts for acts of treason. I mean, I feel like as... Oh, where am I? Where did I go? Where's Wilhelmina? Oh, I'm tiny! Oh my god, look at me! Why did I get so little? Oh, now I'm too big. I was little Mina. And who's flying the plane? Wait, I'll go up here. Oh, no. There we go. Don't talk to Anton and his daughter ever again. I'm Diana. Okay. Blackhaven Times. Loose calls for corporate responsibility in Narbel. Strong call for corporate social responsibility in Narbel as income inequality and public services deficiencies exacerbate. Loose demands local corporations step up to aid the community. It is time corporations prioritise people over profits. It's not just the state's duty to arrange welfare budgets, but a shared responsibility. Invest in public health, education and housing. Reform demands gain popularity. Demands for reform are gaining more popularity than ever. Latest public opinion reports show that the majority of the Swedish people want changes in the government structures that were established after Tarkansol's military coup. So reform, corporate responsibility. And music kinda loud. I'll turn it down. Down a bit. How about that? And the Radical Workers' Party Solidarity March, the pro-minority Workers' Party of Bludia, in the Bludish majority city of SUZERAIN, attracted a large audience. Solidarity of Bernard Circus, that's the guy who got shot. We will again foil this war plot that was set up by the Solist ideology. We'll come out of this tunnel of conflict. We'll not only win against discrimination, but we'll win the truth. Okay, and then Bloodish citizens targeted. 20 Bloodish citizens were attacked by a group of people suspected to be members of Young Swords during their peaceful protest to support Bernard Circus. The group was overwhelmed and the local police forces couldn't reach the protesters to protect them amidst the chaotic crowd. Attackers ran away without getting caught and 11 of the victims were hospitalised with critical injuries. Oh no. Okay. So things aren't going great, but let's see what we can do about some of these things. So, Enrica, what's going on? Open city information. Widespread protests. It's an antiquated railway. Let's read the report. Local police working with nationalists. One of our agents acting as a Young Swords member had an encounter with two members of the local police force in Adrika, Alson Bowler and Vitka Neza. According to the report, the policeman tried to bribe the agent to burn down a store that belongs to a known Communist Party member and to instigate further violence. We have detained the policeman on charges of corruption. Pales issues warning over Rizian actions in a formal address. Grand Duke Axel Reinhardt of Pales issued a cautionary statement regarding recent Rizian activities. The Grand Duke expressed increasing concern over the intensifying border disputes and clashes over territorial waters and gas fields. Asserting Pale's sovereignty, he called for respect for international laws and peaceful dialogue to prevent further escalation. He didn't like that Riz. He urged the alliance of nations to mediate the situation, emphasizing the potential risks these tensions could pose to regional stability. Okay, situation report. Ministry of Defense reports that the situation along the border is getting tense. Rumberg's Southern Army was sighted training close to our borders and did not respond after we issued a radio message. The Chief of the Armed Forces, General Kruger, reports of increased patrolling duties along the northern border to signal readiness. Okay. So, Conriat. Meeting with Marcel Koronti. Finalisation of the L1 railway contract. All sorts of economic relief plan. Let's finalise that railway contract, I think. We arrived in Unrika by train. After being greeted by crowds of cheering citizens and local government officials, we headed to the City Hall. We were here for a significant meeting about the L1 project. Several construction companies sent their representatives to the City Hall. Gus was first to arrive. He greeted me with a heartwarming smile. Hello, Mr. President. Good to see you again. Appreciate you taking up my offer on the stock investment. Armadine is a very promising corporation. If everything goes well, you'll make solid returns. I think that's nice. This doesn't feel like corrupt. It just feels nice to say. Like, thanks for arranging the opportunity. I'll treat you to a 30-year-old Erlery Maroon if they make solid profits. Like, we better celebrate because you helped me with that get, you know? If being the key, like, I don't want to like ruin the mood, you know? And just wanted to try my chances makes me sound like I'm some sort of gambling man. My pleasure, Mr. President. I'm looking forward to that Erlery Maroon already. Oh, it's a place. Simon Hull joined us. After settling down, we moved on to discuss the details of the L1 railway project. I came by train yesterday and was a little uncomfortable. Besides starting out economic recovery, this project will make the journey here much more pleasant, Mr. President. That's a given, but we'll also see improvements in everything from logistics to growth. You made the right choice for sure. I trust your economic plan, Simon. I'm glad to hear that. We should be able to slow down the recession if we finish this project successfully. I'm sure we will. According to your document, many citizens will be employed because of business expansions. What kind of end results do we expect? Short-term employment, long-term economic development in the Gelsland and Greater Holsword regions. There are so many forgotten people living in the less developed areas between Lockhaven and Holsword. They will benefit. Simon searched through the documents he was holding and found the one he was looking for. I have the overview of the companies here. Simon handed the files over to me. Look at the files. I looked at the files. 3 corporations were listed. The Swordish State Corporation, tasked with running public construction contracts in Swordland, part of the Big Four, 4 largest companies in Swordland. It's the most honourable company in the country with a long and solid track record of accomplishing critical projects. In recent years, the efficiency of the corporation seems to have dropped due to a recession and the somehow corrupt management structure. It is still considered the safest bet for big projects in the minds of many government officials. Underhaul construction. Real estate giant is held by the mayor of Conrad Kushal. Constructed many iconic buildings. Company sold half the shares to Walter Tusk. While this breached certain competition clauses, it was largely ignored. It's a gigantic real estate company that's very influential in construction projects in the private sector. Some of their recent work is the Holsword Central Station, which they completed on time but violated workers' rights in the process. And then Taurus Holding. Founded in 1946 by Geralt Face, Taurus Holding is a new and entrepreneurial private company that uses cutting-edge construction technology from Arcadia to reduce construction costs and prices. They've begun taking bigger and riskier contracts in several industries, including the construction industry. Taurus also deals with shipyard building, bridgeworks and training aircraft hangars. This company is known for its great employee perks and high union membership, considered much more open and competitive compared to the usual Swordish corporation. So it should be a Swordish corporation. They're known for their port expansion project in Benfi, which is completed with half the budget. So they could save money, but we want to actually like invest in swords. Do I care about workers' rights? The workers have the right to get back to work. I reviewed the list of corporations. I also wrote down some notes and ideas. Which corporation should we talk about? Let's just start with the first one, the Swordish State Corporation. The respected Swordish State Corporation, also known as the SSC, was founded in 1891. It is the main state corporation tasked with running the day-to-day construction services of our country. The SSC is the primary reason why our current infrastructure is outdated. We need more adaptive construction companies. However, this would fulfill your initial election promise of using a state-dominant planned economy to improve the bleak recession situation. They have experience, knowledge, and manpower for a project this size. I'm not sure about their efficiency, though. There's also the fact that the construction times are long, which is mostly due to their outdated methods. I don't really like the idea of something that's like inefficient. The lack of a dynamic attitude is disappointing. I have no great admiration for the SSC, but their track record clearly shows completed contracts with thousands of employees who have experience. Like, that's not bad. According to the preliminary calculations of SSC, they would need more resources to finish a project of this size. I'm on the fence about the SSC. Underhaul. The real estate and construction giant was founded in 1925 and expanded during the economic boom of the 30s. Picking this corporation will go against our planned economic policy. The CEO of Underhaul is Chris Shah, the mayor of Conriat. He sold half his shares a few years ago, but seemed very eager about the L1 bid. I had the chance to work with Underhaul Construction in Wholesword. They took several contracts at the Central Station renovation, excelled at it. I'd like to hear your thoughts, Simon. I think they've been doing relatively well in the private sector, where they're dominating the construction industry with successful projects. Nonetheless, they subjected their workers to conditions below our working standards during the Wholesword Central Station contract, which is troubling. We need to be able to trust the corporation. This is the base requirement for the contract. I think their capabilities is very suitable for the L1 railway project. They worked on 2 infrastructure projects in Gelsland and 1 in Greater Wholesword that were worth 2 billion ren in total. Underhaul specifically mentioned their solid track record and highlighted that they do anticipate to go over budget, but that they will finish on time. Seems interesting, but let's see the others. Alright, last one, Taurus Holding. Taurus Holding was founded in 1946 and is owned by the entrepreneur Gerald Face. It's a new holding company whose subsidiaries use cutting-edge technology from Arcasia to reduce construction costs and prices. They're known to provide for their workers who are part of the Labour Union of Swordland. They're a very interesting corporation, especially because they're innovative construction methods, but I don't think they're suitable for large projects like this. I agree. Like, I don't want to be using, like, newfangled tech to get this big railway project done. But why should we pick Taurus? Taurus have completed fewer projects than the other companies, however they're slightly faster and cheaper. Won several awards internationally for being one of the fastest growing and advanced companies. But it seems like they lack the necessary experience. I do want something that I think is going to get exactly, and why take such a risk now? We need to play it safe with companies like Underhaul. They've always delivered for the government on time. Exactly, like I don't get why they're saying that, oh, but it doesn't work with our planned economy. Aren't we using, isn't it like our state government using the funds to fund a state project? Like, I don't actually see that it's that incompatible, but alright. The project manager from Taurus Holding mentioned that, and it's like, it's still, everyone's still using swords, like, mentioned that, yeah, the workers' rights is the real issue thing. They'll be able to finish the project with the allocated funding. They're the only company who found the budget sufficient, making them a cheaper alternative. I don't feel confident about Taurus Holding. Time to make a decision. I get rid of more budget to get, because I feel like Underhaul is probably, because I actually do believe that they're probably the best construction company. Like, it's gonna, are people really gonna think about workers' rights when we've got a whiz-bang new train system? So there's no, I think Taurus actually won't cost me anything because I've already allocated the budget. We haven't decided the full budget for the year, but I do have a lot of surplus. I do have 6. I think I can make it work. I don't like the idea of corruption because I feel like I actually, the thing, because I actually prefer that my workers are treated more badly than my funds. Like, I'd still have to give additional funds to the SSC, but if they're corrupt and inefficient, then I'm actually ending up spending more to get a worse product. I'd rather spend more to get a better product. I know the planned versus private angle too, like it might seem... My election promises! My election promises! Yeah, it's like, I feel like it's more of an investment though, right? They work harder. I'll show them. Okay. Look, I'm trying to like not overthink my decisions. The oligarch company's definitely not corrupt. Well, it's all so complicated because, like, I think in the news, if I look at the news, economists. They did try to get me to pay the contract. Yeah, it's like I don't want them to cost me more later because of the slowness. Like, that's why I think it's actually a huge power move to not take the bribe, but still accept the company. It was last news cycle. Yeah. I'm actually gonna get Underhaul. Not that I don't care about workers' rights. It's just that they get it done. They get it done. They get the job done. Simon signed a certain section of the dossier and fixed his glasses. Very well, Mr. President. The contract will be awarded to Underhaul Construction. You made the right choice. I can tell from my experience I'll be very satisfied with this company. The company will be notified today and construction work will begin immediately after. I think we're off to a good start. My expectation is that the grand opening ceremony will be late next year. It'll be a pleasure to celebrate together. For now, I'll return to my duties and visit some foreign partners in Rizia. See you soon, Mr. President. Thank you. This concludes the meeting. Alright. The meeting ended and we spent the remainder of the day attending events in Anrika. It's very refreshing to attend cultural dance events and hear the traditional swordish music of the region. That's nice. Got to... So, yeah, government budget's gone down a little, but let's meet with Marcel Koronti. And then we'll go do the one in the main area. Okay, construction begins for high-speed railway. Awarded a 2-year contract. Interior Minister Graf had warned letting of Lilius. You always worry about these things. Will be extremely questionable. Subgrade bridge track laying and providing the design. Pass from Anrika to Gelsword. Connecting towns of Descat, Anchor, and Victoria to the capital. Our motorcade headed to the meeting location set by Marcel Koronti. I'd only my most confidential and trustworthy team members with me. After a few hours of driving along River Eskel, we took a turn before entering Conriat. The Conriat's the 10th biggest. There's some swordish and some lesbians. Alright. Darkness started setting in as we drove up the hill. are we, Sergei? We are nearing the HOS Country Club, Mr. President. We'll be there shortly. We arrived and the big iron gates of the country club opened. It was huge and downright extravagant. The main building, inspired by lesbian architecture, was illuminated from all sides. It was rather chilly. I was approached by Peter Vecton and Lucien Glade. I hope the journey was comfortable? Anything to keep me away from home with that old ball and chain, am I right? Yuck, yuck, yuck. It wasn't bad. I'm looking forward to this meeting. I'm sure it will be worth our time. He's a Koronti after all. Let's get personal. Let's enter the building. After opening the marble engraved wooden door, we were greeted by two tall women. The receptionist led us to the meeting room upstairs. Marcel was standing by the window looking outside at the beautiful complex. He turned around to have a quick look at us both. He was a strikingly handsome man with well-groomed hair. He walked towards me and with his hand reached out for a handshake. I'll also reach out for a handshake. I shook his hand. He had a firm grip. It's such a pleasure to meet you in person, Mr. Koronti. I appreciate your efforts to reach out and establish a mutually beneficial friendship. Thanks for hosting us. I admired your father very much. May he rest in peace. Welcome. Your kind words have touched me, Mr. Vice President. He was indeed a great man. May he rest in peace. He was a true entrepreneur. Please accept our condolences. We are saddened. Or stay silent. What do you think, villagers? What do you think? Was he a great man? Do you believe in the late old Koronti? I think maybe just please accept our condolences. We are saddened. He would have been very happy to hear this from you, Mr. President. It's time to look forward. Let's talk about our bright future. I don't even remember him. Butter him up. Talking to his son, so be polite. He ain't a professional. Yes, there is much to discuss. Believe it or not, I've been a secret admirer of your political success. I find your quick rise to power was shockingly well executed. I'm gonna butter him up. The admiration goes both ways. Do you prefer Marcel or Marcel? Marcel gently pointed at the seats. We sat down around a gigantic table. Before speaking, he knocked on wood. The past months have been tumultuous, to say the least. I'm glad you and your family were unharmed at the shooting. The whole incident must have been a shock for the kids. They aren't used to what we lived through back in the late 20s. I still remember when my father took us out of the country when it became too dangerous in Conrad. Spare me your life story, Mr. Koronti. They were startled, but the important thing is that they're safe and sound. Of course, that's all that matters. No family should suffer from tragedy ever again. We've had enough of that. Yeah, like the number 3, like, I actually stayed and did my duty, okay? Unlike some deserters. Well, I am known to be a straightforward person, so let me get to the point without wasting your valuable time. It was during the Alfonso campaign when I was struck by what you managed to do within the party. Marcel's eyes travelled towards one of the paintings on his wall. Let me be straightforward. Sit down and get to the damn point. I'm gonna look at the painting too. Observe the painting. The famous piece depicted a giant sleeping beneath a village. The trees, rivers, and hills are all a part of the giant's body. Its eyes were 2 caves looking up at the people. It showed daylight on the far right and nighttime on the far right. Far left and nighttime on the far right. The giants seemed to be watching the village. It was totally unbeknownst to the villagers. Marcel pointed his finger at me. You said we'll transform this nation, Mr. Rain. My conglomerate has a way of doing things and I don't want them to change. So I want to cooperate with you. Cooperate? You might have the people's support now, Mr. President, but what happens when you make mistakes? Everybody makes mistakes. What's that supposed to mean? Let's hear his point, Vice President. Being a president in this country means having many enemies. Enemies that would resort to anything to bring you down. I bet he's gonna invite you to his island. Let's say these enemies caused a scandal or leaked sensitive information from the administration. These would be destructive once they were released. If they were released. Continue. Now, assume that the press would actually protect your integrity no matter what. That the people I reach, up to 5 million of them, will not lose faith in you. What do you want in return? I want 2 things, Mr. President. Number 1 is a guarantee from you that the Rain administration won't meddle in HOS affairs, no matter what. Art of Swordland conglomerate. Monopoly in the media industry, so I won't meddle with the press, they won't meddle with me. Number 2 is a simple gentleman's favour for the future. Let me prove my services to you first, and I'm sure you won't disapprove when the time comes. Whew, okay. How do I know that I can trust you? Like, it is a bit risky, but like, I like this more than just the straight up bribe. Like, it's kind of more of a, it's more of like a, yeah, Swordfish citizens employed by the HOS enjoy many benefits such as huge salary bonuses, free private healthcare, and free housing. Like, they actually feel like they're running a good, they run a good ship. But I just wonder, like, yeah, I wonder, how do I know I can trust you? My circle advised against this. They don't even know that we're meeting, Mr. President, but we're both putting ourselves at risk here. But I'm willing to trust you. The question is, are you willing to trust me and accept this offer? Yeah, like, I feel like I actually don't want to ask for my my bros. I don't want to ask for the opinions from the bros because I don't want to make it seem like I need their permission to do this. But do I accept or reject? I feel like rejecting is just being bullheaded because I don't actually think, like, the no matter what happens seems a bit strange, but I do kind of want, I don't want him to take this badly and then start slanging me in the press for every little transgression. I am very ally-less at the moment. Like, would it be nice to have an ally out there? He's winning me over with his Steve Buscemi eyes. They own Swordland today. It remains a behemoth that can influence the economy as well as the perception of society on certain issues. I feel like... How does Peter feel? Peter will feel how I tell him to feel. I actually want to make the deal. I just hope he's not like, I have an island and I've done some bad things on it. Like, I'm just really hoping. I'm gonna do it. We have a deal. I'm trying to make more decisions easier today. Happy to hear that. You can contact me personally through this number. As soon as you know that a story against you will break, please call me and it will be taken care of. I hope you'll uphold your end of the bargain as well. I'll shake his hand. I shook his hand. Marcel put his second hand on mine. Oh, he's giving me like the idle handshake. Hand in hand in hand. Thank you for your time, Mr. Koronti. Return to Wholesword. We return to Wholesword. Alright. Situations. Media bias. Facing significant challenges to the organised influence of both state and private organisations. Interferences aid controlling the narrative and shaping public opinion in favour of specific agendas. My agenda. Read the report. Kisaru Kibina demands emergency to be called. The leader of the NFP, Kisaru Kibina, has demanded an emergency be called to address the increasing political violence in the country. He said that without a declaration of emergency, Solon would be stabilised and the integrity of the country would be damaged even further. I see. Okay. Let's do the economic relief plan. With the assistance of the National Business Council and Central Bank, Simon Hall put forward a countrywide relief plan to mitigate the economic hardships that are being felt. We can either provide stimulus checks for people in need or bail out businesses under serious financial strain or decide not to approve the plan. Simon, I've already spent money today. Yeah, the people will feel how I tell them to feel. Provide stimulus checks for people in need, bail out businesses under financial strain, or don't enact plan. Oh, my budgets. Economic relief. They should. Government deficits, yay. I already feel like I've just bailed out businesses by... Like, I've helped Swordish businesses. Are the people actually going to put the economic stimulus to good use? Yeah, there's also inflation. But aren't we, like, deep in recession at the moment? People just send it on super chat. Yeah, weak companies should die, but I'm just wondering if I should like give the people stimulus checks. It is good for the economy. It isn't very unstable. And get it moving. Yeah, I'm not gonna bail out businesses. If they were failing, they were bad businesses. But maybe if I give stimulus checks to the people, they'll spend it on the good businesses. Like that, this will be the real test. You give it to the people, and they'll spend the money on the businesses that are actually the ones that are going to survive. But I do have to fund everything else. The people or nothing. Yeah. But then I get inflation. Let them spend it immediately. The trickle up. Yay, I'm hoarding my money. Let's see. Look, I'm committing to the fact that this might not be my only run of Suzerain. After having discussed with my father about and he's on his 3rd run and he's done different sorts of governments every time, I'm like, there is so much more replayability in this, so I don't have to get a perfect run the first time. I'm gonna try a few things and see what sticks. So let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Let's just give them the money and see if they can stimulate the go fix the economy yourselves, Swedish people. Fix the economy. Give it a try. Okay. Crucial lifeline for many struggling families, helping them pay for necessities such as food and rent. The relief effort has positively impacted millions of people across Swordland, providing them with financial support they require to make ends meet. At least the people are happy, like, about that. They might think about, hopefully they think about me. Okay, in Dare, homelessness, it's the, oh, the Birdiest special zone, right, of course. Oh, the funeral of Bernard Circus. I really should attend that, actually. Economist, unemployment and checks. The administration has fallen for populism and the idea that giving people money will solve the problems of the economy overall. Let's just give it a try. Let's try. The first playthrough was often the best one. It's hard to grasp where these ideas come from, especially when long-term job growth and employment is what this country needs to secure in order to have a stable economy. What's the plan here? People will be able to pay their rents for a few months and they'll fall into the same unemployment trap due to a lack of job availability or security. That's why I'm investing into the big business as well. That's going to bring people to work for the railway company. The businesses can't carry all the weight of the declining economy on their own shoulders and employ people without help from the government. The administration needs to reevaluate the way out of the recession of realistic methods. No, you can't give money to the poors. When I get a stimulus from a politician I don't like, I was considered a popularity bribe. I'm bribing them with money. Help comes at last. Look, two very different spins on this. The new administration, led by President Rain, has accomplished a great feat by providing stimulus checks to help people in need. These started going out as soon as the act was approved by the president himself, and all eligible people in lower income brackets received nearly 4 months of the average salary. Oh, I only wanted them to have like $20 each. Like, go back, get yourself something nice. This was such a powerful political move that resonated very well with the populace. Praise where praise is due, and the people were in dire need of help and suffered. When the people were in dire need of help and suffered, the president came to their aid. Thanks to this action, many who were economically insecure have just received a second chance to bounce back. Help came to the people at last. Oh god, I just wanted to buy something nice for themselves, not 4 months of salary. Holy. Anyway, I think I should go. Like, I need to show that I'm not... He was an elected MP that had a voice. It's a state funeral organised to honour him. The president of the administration will attend the funeral or not. I should. He was part of the... He was part of the assembly, like... Yeah, I wrote a 0 too much. Oh, Joe K, thank you so much for the tip over in Stream Elements. Good tidings, Captain. Have you tried telling those lazy swords to pull themselves up by their bootstraps? Yeah, that's the last handout they're getting. Pizza Man, thank you for the super chat as well. Economists, when you don't implement their tried and tested policy of turning poor people into minced meat, why do we simply not just run the poors through a mincer? Then we'd provide, it would actually be a stimulus to the businesses. We need more poor people mincing businesses. Alright, I'm gonna go to the funeral, I think. Yeah, it'd be weird not to go, it's a state funeral. Alright. Dark clouds were looming over Dare. They looked daunting as our convoy started approaching the century-old cemetery. It looked like it was going to rain. Certainly fitting weather for a funeral. As expected, Bernard Circus's passing maintained its media traction, and all of Swordland was paying attention to the ceremony. Especially as to what I would say in my speech today. Sir, we have arrived. Raindrops were running down my car window when Sergey opened my door and held an umbrella over my head. As soon as I got out, flashes from the cameras blinding me. It's okay, Sergey. I'll hold my own umbrella. Or should I say thank you? I need to look like I'm one of the people. As you wish, sir. He handed me the umbrella and started waiting next to the car of his own. Peter and Carl exited from their own cars in the convoy. They made their way over to me. Anton. Mr. President. I just wanted to inform you that the perimeter is clear and secured completely. There is no one getting in and out without our knowledge. Good work. Thank you, Carl. Carl bowed his head with respect. Good. If anything happens to Anton, you'll have to answer to the First Lady. And trust me, Carl, you don't want that. Peter let out a laugh, which drew some attention from the bereaved attendees. Peter, you are such... You're such a, like, you're such an oaf. Oh, Peter. Time and place. I don't think any of us want that. Indeed. It started to rain. Several unintelligible voices were heard from Carl's radio. He stepped out to reply and returned shortly. We have a small problem, sir. A few, 5 to be exact. Red Youth members are here to attend the funeral. They apparently said that they wish to pay their respects to their fallen comrade. Should we let them in? Do you think they pose a security threat? No, they were thoroughly searched. It looks like they're really here to attend the funeral. Then let them in, it's fine. Like, it's a good show. Let them in. As you command. Like, that was their, this was their... what's the word? Not messiah, but like... Let's head over, they're about to start. We walked towards the crowd circled around the grave. Everyone in attendance was wearing black in mourning. The rain started pouring heavily. Bernard's widow and daughter were in the front row, staring at the coffin with a mixture of disbelief, confusion, and above all, a cold, unforgiving sadness. Comrade, that's it. Kamiyoshi. Both of their eyes were very red and swollen from weeping. Before taking my place to observe the ceremony, I gave my condolences to Bernard's wife and his daughter, who looked at me. She reminded me of Diana. When the religious ceremony was done, I was invited by the priest to deliver my speech. I took the podium. I felt like I had a lump in my throat. I couldn't get the daughter's eyes out of my head. He's such a girl dad. Like, Anton Rain is such a girl dad. Today we're mourning for Bernard Circus, a father, a husband, and a loyal servant of this country. Towards the back of the crowd, I spotted the members of the Red Youth, wearing red shirts and black bands of mourning on their arms. They seemed ruly and respectfully bowing their heads. Komi Oshi? There was a complete silence except for the sound of raindrops. Oh my god, this is not where I say this. I'll confess, I disagreed with Bernard's circus almost entirely. I thought he was a big old jerk. Like, this is like too cobby. This is too conservative. And this is probably the middle ground, and this is the nothing statement. One is the best, regardless. He died for the proletariat. Oh, do I just play it safe? Do I play it safe? Bernard is the best token communist we ever had. Yeah, 3 also seems not so bad. Like, I don't really want to bring politics into it, but maybe... Vote 2, order, let's go! Regardless of his ideology, this was a heinous act made towards a good man. We must end this cycle of violence. I think I'll go this way. I interpret this attack as an attack against Swordland. By extension, against me personally, you jerks. No. I actually kind of like this. Circus had a dream of a unified Swordland. In these next months, we need to fulfill his dream and band together. We'll make sure that unfortunate events to this that will never happen again. Maybe like this feels like a political statement. I think we just need to make sure that unfortunate events such as this will never happen again. Like that. Or this. I don't know, both of these are nice, I think. Because like, okay, look, Circus was not a non-political man. His whole life was politics. National unity is never wrong. Yeah, I think, like, Circus was a very political sort of man, so I think he wants, if I can honor his memory by doing this, but Circus had a dream of a unified Swordland. In these next months, we need to fulfill his dream and band together. Oh my god, that feels like bloodshed and vengeance. 2, hatred begets hatred. There is only one way to overcome this vicious cycle. We must unite against the evil of the world. And let us all mourn the passing of Bernard Sarkas and remember him well. I think, 3 is a bit too vengeful. Like, because, like, saying that it's like, I will not stop until it's paid in full is kind of saying, like, to the young swords that did this, I'm going to destroy, nationalism in the country. I think 2 is probably, because we're trying to instill peace. The hatred beget hatred, I think, is a good point to make. Like, we cannot keep hating, otherwise, all we're doing is perpetuating a cycle of hate. Oh, I think the poem. Oh, that actually, like, that. I actually had like this little welling of emotion when I read this. Like, I'd like to recite one of the poems he left us. I was like, that's actually making me kind of like feel emotional. Okay. Which one? Our only strength is the will to survive, knowing that we'll perish, knowing nothing more absolute. That's nice. We rise towards the sun. Those who died fighting. They are now buried in the sun. No need to mourn, there is a rage at the sun. They did not let us sing our songs. They are afraid of the dawn. They're afraid of hope, but our songs will be sung. I think 3 again also kind of like instigates that there's a villain here, when the real villain is that sort of polarization. Yeah, I don't really know which one I want to use. 1 is probably safe. Rise towards the sun, died fighting. Only to mourn as a rain to the sun. We're all going to the sun! Do we like the sun? Do we like the strength, the will to survive? Our only strength is the will to survive. Unfortunately, Bernard's circus didn't have that will. That's why he didn't survive. Yeah, isn't Amorgna a morning will come? Isn't that right? So, yeah. Praise the sun. Praise the sun. And then we'll take a moment of silence to just reflect on the poem. During the silence, all that were heard of the ravens. Some attendants started clapping, and then the bus clapped. And then everyone clapped. The coffin was lowered into the grave by the gravekeepers. After a couple of minutes, Bernard's circus was at the soil no more. As we bid farewell to Bernard, I want to close the words. Oh, this feels like, I think that's a bit too much like, and here I am, President of Swordland, give it up for Anton Rain. Woo! Like, I feel like I should probably just leave, right? Like, I've kind of done enough. This is a bloody funeral. It's not a political rally. Like, am I actually using this as like, as just to spin my... This is why I wouldn't be a good politician. I feel too self-conscious doing this. I think you just got to step down and, yeah, I've made my point. I've already kind of Amorgna West Chord, you know? So, step down from the podium. It was time to leave. The widow thanked me with a soft and defeated voice before we dispersed. On the way back to the car, I couldn't get the eyes out of Bernard's daughter, nor the faltering voice of his wife out of my head. Would Diana, Monica, and Frank look the same way if something happened to me? Peter put his hand on my shoulder. That was a good speech. I sensed only respect in his voice. Thank you. I mean it. I know you do. Come on. It's time to go. You've got work to do. He was right. We had work to do. So much more to do. I realized that the rain had stopped and I looked up. The black clouds slowly dispersed and sunbeams enlightened our surroundings. As someone once said, even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. Hope was still on the horizon. It's mandatory to choose a catchphrase option every playthrough. Yeah, Morgana, yeah. Alright, let's I've got his poem book. Somehow I'm starting to think that Bernard Circus was is quite the influential figure. And my railways under construction, those who died fighting. So in the Whole Sword Post, huge crowds of mourners, including President Rain. What if I didn't go? Oh my gosh, that would have been so, like, that would have been such a bad look. Anya Nyabyss anthems played from loudspeakers along Freedom Avenue as soldier citizens of various ethnicities stood shoulder to shoulder, many of them in tears. President Rain gave a unifying message to all of Swordland by attending the funeral. He paid his respects to Circus and met with his close relatives. Rain also made an emotional speech that touched thousands of attendees. He finished his speech with a quote from Circus. We rise towards the sun. Those who died fighting. They're now buried in the sun. No need to mourn. There's a ray to the sun. President Rain's last farewell to Bernard Circus. Scenes of compassion, unity, and respect recorded during the solemn funeral of Bernard Circus. President Rain showed respect and grace by letting Red Youth members enter the funeral to give their final goodbyes to their fellow traveller. This show of compassion is what the country deserves at this period of uncertainty. The new era of Rain administration indicates that divisions of this country might soon be healed. Thousands attend the funeral of Circus. President Rain was among the thousands who attended the funeral. This is a positive indicator that gives us hope the state might finally be giving up on a lynching culture and start to practice self-criticism. Alright. Earlery, open city information. What's going on here? Lackhaven. City information. Widespread protests in Lackhaven, but briefing on the current diplomatic. Alright, the Blue Mansion in Lackhaven hosted us to the important diplomacy gathering. Oh, hello, there's a raid. Hello. Anya, thank you. We were Nihongoing. Nihongo jozu? Anya no haishin no minasan, yokoso. Anya, hi. Hello, thank you so much for... Wait. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Thank you for the raid, Anya. 1 second. Hold on. I've got to do this. Really quickly. How do I do this? God, I don't know how to use Twitch at all. No. Do I do this? Yeah. This? There we go. Yippee! Alright, thank you for the raid. You and Nihongoing. Like, does it actually... Were you yeah, Mina HK ni yokoso. Min HK ni yokoso. Hello Raiders, my name is Wilhelmina Frost. I'm the captain of the Stellan Royal Guard and the legendary knight of phaseconnect's newest generation, Phase Saga. I'm doing Swordland. I am doing a Suzerain, which is this like it's a little bit map game in the sense that there is a map. It's a little bit visual novel in the sense that there are visuals and lots of reading. And oh, can you get the YouTube chat refreshed? Of course you may. I didn't even realize. Hold on. Now that I'm here. There you go. I do have a sword. And now Anya has a sword. See, I have the power to give people swords. Yeah, it's a map game plus a visual novel. Unfortunately, no, I don't have a Discord. There's like a Saga Discord that I don't use, but and there's like a Phase Discord that I also don't use. But it's because I'm just very bad at Discord. So any plan to do the DLC afterwards, Rizia, I do have plans to. I actually have plans to do more than one run because I want to see how different how different governments will work and because I'm not sure if I'm currently doing the best government, but oh, it brings over the save data for Swordland. So wait, what do my if I then do the Rizia DLC, do my decisions that I make in Swordland affect it? Or does it just like kind of, is Swordland just another place? Is there like a separate AI Anton Rain? Oh yeah, I would definitely stream the different runs too, as well. I love deciding. So if this is your first time here, hello, welcome. I am a legendary knight. So look, I do many different quests. Some quests, because I'm a knight, I am trained in things like diplomacy, so you can obviously see that diplomatic influence in how I conduct myself in Suzerain. But this is not the only thing that I do. To mention a few other things that I have been questing in recently. You know, Skyrim, Baldur's Gate. Help me out here, guys. What else have I done? Hacked the streamer. That's not coming back. It affects it a little. It does affect. Oh, I also sing sometimes. Yes. Very dorky and soon. You guys have to like. You have to sell it for me. Sell me for me. Rimworld, Factorio. Yes, I do enjoy things where I can click around and read. They're very important to me. Yeah. That's about it, really. Smash mouth like a champ, there you go. But anyway, yes, welcome. I even do voices. FMV Enjoyer. What do you know of me? I'm the top Suzerain streamer. That is my hope. Like, that's why I'm doing so much Suzerain. I want to be the top Suzerain streamer. In a category, I saw this category with only 840 followers, and I was like, that's a niche I can carve out. The greatest Turkish FMV game ever. Is there any other Turkish FMV games? Is that also my niche? Yeah, I'm in the top 1% of Suzerain streams. Captivated the whole fan base. I literally am because no one else streams this game. Mission accomplished. I'm bloody doing it. All right. I need to keep reading. So, where we're currently at, man, governing is hard. Like, I thought that becoming president would be the hardest thing I had to do. That was just the beginning. Actually leading this country, that's a very, very difficult thing. Everyone wants everything all at once. Just like that movie. Hamilton. Okay. The Blue Mansion in Lackhaven hosted us to the important diplomacy gathering. The door opened and David Whiskey, once a lecturer to me, now the Minister of Foreign Affairs, gently made his way towards my desk. May I sit... Wait, I didn't give him an old man voice. May I sit down, Mr. President? Oh, like, should I call him Mr. Whiskey? Because he was my lecturer? It's like we work in like literally the same... We like work in the same ministry now, yet I'm still calling him Mr. Whiskey. I think it's kind of cute to say it. I'll be like, my goat. Would you still call... Okay, wait. Chat, you have to tell me, villagers. If you ran across one of your old teachers, would you still call them like Mr. or Miss something? Like if it was your 3rd grade teacher, like, you know, Mrs. Smith, would you be like, hi, Mrs. Smith, and you're like a 30-year-old now? Yeah, I'm keeping out of trouble. I'm doing okay. You wouldn't talk to them? You have done it? You're still just that little child to them. Well, I'm gonna do it. I think it's cute. Of course, it's a pleasure to see you, Mr. Whiskey. Likewise, we have so much ahead of us to accomplish. He slowly sat down, taking care not to aggravate the arthritis in his knees. He'd always had an air of gravitas about him, and old age had only served to deepen that. After he settled himself, he regarded me with delight, his blue eyes sparkling. Look at you, Anton. The 4th president of Swordland. What a privilege for me. I still remember the first day you took my class at Wholesword State University. Somehow the inexplicable ebb and flow of life has led us here, to positions where we can change the course of history. Everything happens for a reason, David. It was meant to be. I'm going to use his name here now, so... Maybe, maybe not. I don't believe in destiny, but sometimes it feels convenient to do so. I'm excited to present you the latest bill I'm working on. The TCPA has turned out to be an initiative that may significantly boost our tourism and culture industry. This untapped value would help us promote our position internationally. I'm convinced it can also help improve our economic condition after discussions of Ministers Hall and Manja. The GNA factions are supportive too. I really shouldn't have worked overtime hours to get it done, but I really care for the position and value our cult. He started coughing again, this time for longer. He's not long for this world. Yeah, what's the cost? Would you like some tea or water? I'll just ask that. Oh yes, please. Tea and water sounds nice. Thank you very much. He smiled. Livia brought 2 cups of tea along with a glass of water and placed them on the table. Seems you still remember how much I like tea. Nowadays it really does wonders for my throat. So how's your wife Catherine doing? Has your niece Margie started going to the kindergarten yet? How's your health, David? I don't want to I don't want to do the elephant in the room sort of thing here. Like, that's why I thought I'd just bring the tea, and then that's a nice way to be like, here you go, here's some tea. They need to be reminded how old they are. So how's your wife Catherine doing? Oh, my lovely Catherine is as energetic as always. Age has hit me harder than her for sure. She still does her daily jogs, unlike me. Nothing can challenge time. Nothing. The wife might be dead, thank goodness. It's not. How is the Rain family? We are slowly starting to get used to the routine. As time passes, I realize it more. Family is the most important thing in life. We must take care of them. The door opened. Joseph and Lucian joined us at the briefing as the tall case clock hit the hour mark. Peter, however, was missing. I wonder if he was late from all the drinking he did at that party in Lackhaven. Still a frat boy even in his 40s. We'll talk more later, President Rain. Welcome, everyone. Now I'll just go, let's begin. Like, let's begin. Very well. I'll start by providing a brief overview of our current status of our neighbours. What would you like to start with? I'd like to hear about Agnolia. Our brotherly nation to our northeast, Agnolia. They are still diplomatically non-aligned and probably has one of the most democratic systems between our neighbours. Economic stagnation is a worry for them. Their primary issue is their heavy reliance on foreign investment from us. Agnolia is our most friendly neighbour. We've been allies for the longest time after Rumburg annexed Dome. This fact needs to be part of the equation. Unsurprisingly, the Agnolian Prime Minister, Martin van Horten, is expecting better cooperation through a new, fairer trade deal with us. It was one of his election mandates. You know, I'm beginning to doubt Peter's capability as VP. Family, said Vin Diesel. Yeah, so what did I miss? Like, Peter's gonna turn up. He's gonna, yeah, he's going to be wearing that lampshade as a hat. Exactly. He's gonna turn up, shirt unbuttoned, his middle-aged, stocky belly hanging out. We'll think about his request. The matter is still on the table. We could secure them as allies if we make concessions in a new agreement. Rumburg is our common threat. Additionally, the latest numbers indicate that currently 1 million Agno-Swordish citizens live in the Agnan region of Swordland, which creates a link between foreign policy and our internal affairs. These people have suffered socioeconomically, which led them to crime and other problems. In addition, a relaxed immigration policy was one of Agnolia's main requests, which is unacceptable. Most of the migrants in our country haven't even assimilated to Swordist culture. Adding more won't help. I'm skeptical about relaxed immigration. I really do think that we need to be thinking about Swordland for the swords first, and then we can start thinking about immigration. There's already a job shortage as well. I don't want our Swordish people also feeling like they have to compete for the jobs and that the economy is unstable because of it. Yeah, immigration can come later. I'm not against... Yeah, we need capacity and we need to have an economy that can support it, and that will actually thrive once we start adding more people in. Yeah, probably trade concessions I'm happy with, but maybe not relaxed immigration. You should be. We've already witnessed several societies shifting waves of migration. We should remember that we promised to tighten our immigration laws in the election campaign. What about the Valgsland? we go. Our cousins of old across the Marchian Sea wish to have good relations with us. As we all know, Valgsland is a socialist republic aligned with United Contana. They're an important regional player. It's also the most significant sea power in almost all of Mercopa. It's the only country that can rival the superpowers of their navy. We had hostile relations with them after several wars in the 19th century, which we wouldn't want to experience again. Recently, the relationship has warmed up thanks to Emmerich Hegel. As a result, diplomatic talks can be conducted in the future. It's not easy to forget about the Great Fire of Conriat. Thousands of lives were lost that day. Yeah, good relations. I don't have to join like one of the the major sort of world powers, you know. Breaking the ice of Valgsland could be good if we were to rise diplomatically. Maybe we just make that like we need to talk about it. Holding grudges about the past would be a logical strategy if we're focusing on pragmatic foreign policy. I know. They haven't been in good standing with us for the past 200 years. Recently, they've also joined the communist Contanan Security Pact, subjugating themselves to United Contana. On top of that, territorial issues have been flaring up between Agnolia and Valgsland because of the Hageland Island. The Swedish Navy is very concerned with this volatile situation. Lucian looks slightly worried. Unfortunately, billions of Swedish Ren worth of cargo is transported close to the Valgslandian maritime borders on the Marchian Sea and the Great Strait. This causes significant risk to our imports and exports in the case of deterioration in our relations. So we have to be friendly with them. The strait is of high strategic value to us. Yosef, the Navy is keeping an eye on the situation from a distance, right? We're actively monitoring the sea routes and cargo ships. For now, there's no immediate threat, but we don't know what could happen in the future. What's the latest situation in Wayland? It is tumultuous in the south as always. Victor Smolak is expanding his powers among protests from Wazak people. However, he is quite positive about a normalization of relationship between our countries. Despite purging the Wazak communists, reports indicate that they've been warming up to Contana international aid. As you know, Wayland's stability was always a concern for the region. But if we want to help them, we must not treat refugees like we did in the 30s. I still can't stomach the inhumanity those people suffered. I don't really want to bring up the Wayland refugees. Oh, yeah. Oh. That's a bit of a sore point for me. I think trade is fine, yeah. A trade agreement would improve stability. There would be many bargaining chips discussed, but Wayland could be a new partner in the region. We could also invest in stability there. Our main goal should be to avoid a refugee crisis like the late 1920s. That civil war had major security and economic repercussions on Swedish soil. One of the demands of President Smolak was to tighten our immigration laws so the political refugees don't escape to Swordland. There's been a recent purge that pushed many Bloodish to flee to Bergia. It's definitely troubling. Government outpost has retained its importance due to this. I'm sure you would remember that winter at the border outpost, Mr. President. Shut up! He was right. I did remember that winter. I remember the despair in the refugees' eyes when we forcibly escorted them back to the Wayland border. It is in our national interest to prevent the formation of a failed state on our western border. Wayland has been increasingly aligning itself towards the Communist Alliance. Another point to analyse. Let's move on. Two important neighbouring countries remain, Lesbia and Rumburg, which we'd like to hear about first. Read the room, egg boy! Let's talk about Lesbia and leave the, say, I will swallow the harshest pill last. What about Lesbia? Our southern neighbour is aligning itself more and more with Arcadia. Lesbia is currently led by Prime Minister Patricio Alvarez. They're the jewel of the continent, the second largest economy in Eastern Mocopa. Though wealthy, Lesbia suffers from excessive economic inequality. Our past relations have been great, but during the last decade, their investments to Swordland dwindled due to our instability. I actually kind of like... I don't want them to perceive us. Yeah, lesbian giants. I don't really know. I have a bad feeling about Lesbia. Why do I have a bad feeling about Lesbia? A little economic powerhouse. Because I feel like they might think of us as just like this tiny little baby country, and they actually won't, yeah, and it's like I kind of don't want them to perceive us yet until we have a bit more like that. I don't think they're going to take us seriously, or they're going to see us as some sort of vassal that they can use because they know that they're better than us. Lesbia to the south is very influential on the global stage. I wonder if do you think other places will think twice? Keep Senpai from noticing me. Do I want Senpai to notice me? As I didn't deal with Waylon and Vowels. Oh god, I feel like I have to like decide. I actually feel like maybe I should strengthen, because like I'm worried about Rumberg, so maybe I could get Agnolia to be on my side a bit more, but let's see. We should not awake them. I'm just gonna say they're surely a powerful nation. Despite that, they don't tend to meddle in the region and haven't for a long time, except the exception of Waylon. Okay, so is Lesbia like, we hate Waylon, let's not antagonize them. I'm certain that a recession has a lot to do with their attraction of investments. Once they see that money isn't the picture, they vanish rather quickly because they're capitalists. They're a bit fair weather friends, aren't they? They have shown a selfish attitude during the Wayland Civil War by closing their borders and funneling refugees to cross into Swordland. I do think we have different values. Like, I'm not ultra capitalist. I'm not ultra communist either. I'm just trying to find a good balance, but I completely agree. Lesbia has for a long time benefited from us through their old tariffs, their after exploitation. There are hundreds of very privileged oligarchs who invest inside and outside of Lesbia. Some made significant business investments in the cities of Bentley and Valgan. I'm inspired by their grind set. What's the situation with Rumberg? Now's the most troublesome nation, Rumberg. A constitutional monarchy led by Queen Beatrice Livingston. I highly advise caution and calculated action against Rumberg. Our military must be prepared. The threat is real. They're strong and have the motivation, as well as the means, to damage us. We shouldn't give them any reasons to pursue aggression. I will take your advice into consideration. These types of nations will always try to make up a casus belli, a reason to declare war. While Thornborough openly denies such claims, their past and current actions make it clear they want to destabilize us. The weapons caches found by intelligence agency clearly show what their goals are. Our military must be steadfast, and our diplomacy valiant. Yosef looks stern and full of resolve. The Rumberg threat is one of our top priorities, you can be assured of that. We are always in dialogue with our Rumberg ambassador to make sure a channel is open to solve disputes.
We could use their aggressive attitude against them by convincing the international community. Lucian grabbed the Luckhaven Times newspaper and put his finger in the article about the latest diplomatic incident. Their abrupt announcement about the closure of the Rumburg consulate in Luckhaven is yet another step in their escalation. This covers the overview of the current situation. We'll move on to our trade choice and our response to Rumburg's diplomatic escalation. The sun began to set over the hills surrounding Luckhaven. The team was ready to give advice on the new trade initiative and the response to the latest diplomatic incident with Rumburg. Peter arrived late. He looked a little rougher than usual. Must have been the drinking from last night. Hey there, folks. Excuse my delay. Sure I didn't miss anything that we didn't already know? You were supposed to be part of this meeting an hour ago. Punctuality is important. We're talking about serious subjects here. Oh, I'm not going to save him. I'm not going to comment. Oh my god, it's actually so tough. Like, I shouldn't have made him my VP. Because I don't want to, like, just scold him. He's been scolded enough. But, like, I also, like, Peter. Yeah, he was up late last night playing League. Like, Peter, come on, save him. Did I save him? Do I step in for my best bud? Or does it... I think maybe he just needs to learn. Just let it happen, maybe. I'm not going to scold him harder, but I think he's been scolded enough. I think he needs a little bit of humbling. He needs a little bit of humbling. Just not going to comment. It was a one-time thing. Let's just get on with it. Lucian and Joseph looked at Peter before David moved away from the subject. Thanks, David. The Vice President will be part of the trade delegation. So it will be great to have his input on that subject as well as on the Rumburg incident. Rumburg Consul Sir Brian Harrington announced the closure of the 120-year-old consulate. Now their diplomatic staff is leaving the city to go back to Thornborough. He blamed the lack of security in Swordland due to the assassination and the subsequent protests. But it's obvious that they're making excuses. Bastards! First they close their consulate and then they blame our security? Like, they can... I mean, obviously, like, someone did die at one of the biggest, you know, political events that was being held, so... I do understand that, like, they could be... But that reaction's unnecessary. Like, they should be working with us, not against us by pulling themselves out of a consulate. Agreed. Other diplomatic missions have worked with our security units to increase the protection of staff and buildings. The neglect of President Alfonso and the chaos of the elections delayed our diplomatic efforts. Now there are only 2 Rumburg diplomatic missions left in Swordland. One is the consulate in Dare and the other is the embassy in Holsword. We're accustomed to the usual rhetoric, but this is far more... I'm taking this seriously, I think. They're playing with fire. Look at what the Wayland destabilization has done to the region. Swordland breaking apart would tear Mercopa apart. In my entire career, I've never seen our Rumburg relations suffer this much. The previous low point was the annexation of Dome. Joseph Lancia was furious. He barely kept himself from slamming the desk. There are worrying developments like the smuggled arms and the build-up near the border. Our military must be buffed up to stand against a great power like Rumburg. We either respond to this aggressive act of diplomatic condemnation, or we retaliate by closing our consulate in Dome. I want to say that an escalation would be risky this early in our presidency. We should focus on creating a negative image of Rumburg in the international scene. The people of Swordland must be protected, no matter the cost. I say we respond equally. I feel like the egg is a little too... Like, I don't want to push it. I want Rumberg. Yeah, we need to play the victim, I think. Like, an eye for an eye. It's a provocation, exactly. And we don't have the military strength to face Rumberg if they go like, okay, well, we're gonna keep escalating because they're like, you're now pulling tricks on us, and they're gonna see that as an offense. We need to be like, but Rumberg, I thought that we were all friends. Why are you trying to destabilize Swordland and Makopa? How could you do this to us? How could you do this to all of us in Makopa? We're just little Swordland, and you're big scary Rumberg. How could you be so mean to little Swordland? I'm not Widow Swordland. I'm just doing diplomacy here. So yeah, we're gonna do the diplomatic response. As you wish, Mr. President. I shall begin work by immediately informing the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade. Swaying the international stage is the key in the long-term strategy. I wish we'd reacted more strongly. If we don't confront them, they'll keep escalating the situation. They'll escalate regardless of whether we confront or not. In fact, I think they'll escalate faster if they do. If we do go like, if we start retaliating, they're gonna be like, oh, they want to go, huh? And then they'll be like, badoo bada, like. They'll want to try and take us on, which is not. Yeah, we can't allow that to happen. We're just so small and cute and helpless. I, on the other hand, am glad we're taking the more cautious road. There are 3 trade-related topics to address today. Which topic should we tackle first? Oh, Rizia. We should talk about the ongoing trade negotiations of our neighbours, Wayland and Agnolia. Yeah, it's hard to play the victim if we do an intentionally provocative act, right? So we shouldn't do it. And then Rizia, the intentions of the Kingdom of Rizia. The Kingdom of Riz. I'm sure we're going to talk about both, but let's talk about the trade. Our primary goal will be successfully sign at least one trade agreement with one of our smaller neighbours. We have 2 options of our trade initiative: starting new negotiations with our old partner Agnolia to the northeast, or forming a new cooperation with Wayland to the west. Tell me about the trade deal of Agnolia. First off, the reason behind this option is more diplomatic than economic. Although of course we can't forgo the added economic value, Agnolia is an old ally and a valuable trade partner. The point we're at with early negotiations around the steel price, we're demanding that we buy their steel for a higher price. That is because that they think the deal is far too unbalanced as it is. The second main demand is a privileged access to our agricultural market. If we were to fulfill the demands, in return they're offering a full alliance of Swordland against Rumberg. Looking at the current advances of Rumberg near our borders, having a coalition against Rumberg would prove extremely useful. Obviously, there'll be consequences to entering a full alliance. Mainly the issue is around Helgeland. Valgsland has clear intentions on taking over the island one way or another, and entering a military alliance with Agnolia will make them furious. Oh, but Valgsland is that's the one where our trade port is going through, right? I want to state my support for the decision to stick to our old ally Agnolia, even though I disagree with their demand to relax immigration. We've cooperated with them on many issues in the past. There are obvious subjects that we would still need to tackle, like our economies, the trade of goods, and what to do with immigration. My opinion is that this is a good deal and we should go for it. The new Agnolian Prime Minister is trying to improve the existing relationship. The downside is that we need to make concessions, a reality of any trade deal. How important is keeping Valgsland happy? How important is keeping them happy? Look, how How useful will Millhouse be in a fight? I know, Agnolia is actually not that. Let's have a, can I have a quick look at Agnolia? You're a weak military with friendly relations. You're a neutral relations, strong military. And then what about Waylon? Neutral of a weak military. People just as Lesbia has a strong. Yeah, fleet rivaling both superpowers. A sea power, not that much help against Rumberg. Yeah, this is Heldeport, which is disputed territory. The Grey Strait is an important Elksfort. I think, like, Valgsland will... So, banning the Red Youth is Valg's red line. But I've been quite complimentary to the Red Youth. Do they think that they'll... Do you think that I can balance out... I can balance out... Because I kind of want my alliance with Agnolia to at least push off some of the Rumbergian threats. 2 weeks make us strong, maybe. Help from the international community, yeah. Might also risk siding with Pontana, puts us against the Ato. I do need to remain pretty neutral. I need to really thread the needle on this, I think. I would try to satisfy all sides. That would be the best outcome. If you decide that Agnolia is a good option, another point is that they have a very democratic system. After recent elections, the PM has a mandate to arrange a fairer deal with us. Martin van Houten is an avid supporter of relaxed immigration. Since we said we will tighten immigration, he might be reluctant. Regardless, if we're going to increase our regional influence to previous levels, we need to make amends with our neighbours. Ultimately, the decision will be up to you as always. Tell me about the trade deal with Waylon. Dealing with a fractured country like Waylon has its positives and negatives. Although it would be lucrative in the short term, there's risk to associate with dealing with such a country. They're proposing co-investment projects and a no-tariff agreement. They're also offering oil in return for attracting foreign capital investments, interest from Swordland. However, it's possible that there'll be international ramifications of getting close to a country like Waylon. All in all, I want us to appear internationally like, I want us to appear like the golden child on the international scene. Like, oh, little Swordland, they're just doing their best, and we gotta stop those big bullies like Rumberg from getting their way. Let's give, Swordland's a good little country that we want to protect. Swordland's the little brother country to everyone. Or just we will sword wind. Yes, oil is always good. It could be lucrative, however we need to think of the consequences. I certainly don't support the decision to become friendly with Waylon. We carried their burdens for decades. Their migrants flooded our country and now they're expecting a deal from us. Maintaining influence with Waylon could prove useful. Yes, it's risky, but think about our influence in an undeveloped region like that. We could also sell more products and enter their market easily. I am of the opinion that it's simply too risky. Yes, we would gain resources and immediate capital, but I'm afraid of the consequences. You may be right, it's risky. I tend to agree. Maybe it's just because, like, look, I'm the Anton Rain who's one of the most pivotal moments in Anton Rain's life was his like first year at university where things went to crap. But he so strongly believed in his teachers there. He you know, went to that sort of university and has kind of like mind blown by whiskey. By whiskey. He hit the bottle a bit too much. So I think he'd really value the opinion of whiskey. If we wish to go forward with the deal when the time comes, there's the topic of immigration to consider. Victor Smolak is a known isolationist. Our promise to tighten our immigration policy will increase the likelihood of the deal. He believes our borders need better security. I personally don't like the idea of getting too close to Wayland. Me too. Agreed. I still think we should give it a try. Peter, you came drunk and late to the meeting. Can you just shut up for a second? You're my best friend, but you're kind of pissing me off today. Since we did not promise to align with neither East nor West, it's likely that their concerns would be more around the deal itself. Our neutrality strategy might ease the tensions of Rumburg, since their primary concern is the strengthening of the superpower blocks. The last handful of monarchies in Mokopa are reactive against the influences of Arcasian capitalism and millennialism. We also need to consider the effects of our economic doctrine plan. The fact that we're heading towards a planned economy will have an influence. Good negotiators optimize the interests that make the differences become trivial, allowing both sides to reach a deal. Very true, Mr. Verton. We have a lot of time to prepare before the scheduled visits to Wayland and Agnolia. I believe this gives us a brief overview of our current options. Our trade delegation will begin work towards the end of the year. We expect final negotiations and the signing of trade agreements to happen next year. I'm very much looking forward to visiting Stallport and Raklowitz with party animals like David and Simon. Haha. Peter laughed. Yosef narrowed his eyes and stared at him. I'd like to know more about Rizia. Oh, Kingdom of Rizia to the south? Okay. The nation south of Lesbia is a centralized constitutional monarchy led by King Romus Taurus, the grandson of Queen Liza Taurus the Great and son of King Valero Taurus the Frail. The kingdom is a developed nation that wielded considerable influence in southern Mokopa before the reign of Valero. The country has lost some territory due to internal strife. The Alfonso government signed vital trade agreements with King Romus Taurus, benefiting both nations at a time of need. Attempts at further cooperation stalled out due to the king's blood ties to Rumburg. What exactly are these blood ties between Rizzi and Rumburg? And I'm curious to know how our neighbours Lesbia and Wayland get along with Rizia. That's so Peter. In the 1930s, King Romus married Princess Lena Livingston, the youngest daughter of King Alfred Livingston II, sister of Queen Beatrice Livingston. Ah, I see. So, yeah, it was a political marriage that benefited Rizia, helping save it from downfall. The two nations are close, to say the least. The Taurus and Livingston family should be considered allies for the time being. However, from a practical standpoint, they're too far from each other to provide military support. Both countries are also part of the worldwide network of monarchies known as Grace. The framework is mostly financially and politically motivated due to pressures of millennialism and democracy. All these kings and queens disagree more than agree, but they're forced to tolerate each other's differences. Imagine if Koronti and the SBC cast the world's remaining monarchs in a soap opera. I'd watch the hell out of that. You should bring it up next time you see him, see what he says. Oh, Peter. Let's, I'm not mad at him, I want to... I wonder if he actually would, like, if I said that. Peter, you card. I'm gonna say it. I'll bring the popcorn. Lucian knocked on the table. We should be more concerned with... Peter interjected and reached in his pocket. Actually, oh no, I got Peter off on a tangent. Actually, a friend of Gus called Rusty gifted me this beautiful piece of full Rizian gold coin. They say it helps you find love, look. Peter pulled out the ornamental coin and put it on the table. It was so polished that it caught reflections of light in the room. Lucian was clearly frustrated. Let's move on. I'm just gonna get this back on track. Let's move on. As you wish, and thank you. Let's discuss the deal potential and what's on the table. From what we've gathered, there's no clear offer yet. The interest clearly seems to be more control over the gas produced and sold in Swordland. I suspect this must be related to the recent tensions on the coast of Pales. Mr. Manja is working out the details to get more concrete headline terms soon. Of particular interest are the gas fields of the Narbol area of the Nargis region. That must be related to the Gassom operations. Gus has ties to the people around that corporation, even though there's another CEO, Ewald Alfonso is still chairman. Gassom is a private corporation, a fact that limits our control over any foreign investment. Tarkin Sol's Energy Protection Act of 1932 specifically limits the purchase of the Swordfish Energy Company shares by foreign nations to 10%. Ewald Alfonso adjusted this law in 1948 and increased it up to 20%. Anything above that requires us to change the Energies Protection Act. Ewald holds most of the Gassom's cards in his hand still. Yeah, Alfonso. I'm trying to see where this is going, but Gassom is private but still sells most of the gas it produces to Swordland, right? I think so, yes. Lucian knows more than me. Up to 70% goes to Swordland. This used to be higher, but international demand has seen Gassom diversify its deliveries outward. Rumberg and Lesbia are increasing the demand each year. They have hungry industries waiting to be fulfilled. Fueling the Rumberg war machine is indisputably wrong. Lucian pulled out a pen and took a few notes. David coughed a bit and then continued talking. From our diplomatic channels, we can tell that Lesbia is still very interested in Swordish petrol, whereas Rumberg wants more gas resources. As a sovereign nation, we must protect our resources. Our energy independence is part of our national security concern here. Gassom handles most of our gas production. Keeping close control over critical resources in sync with our planned economy strategy. Like, we do want to make sure that... I'm very glad that you've chosen a Swordish-centric path, Mr. President. In theory, centralisation works, but it leaves little room for outside help when internal conditions are dire. If Rizia wants to buy more than 20% of shares allowed by the protectionism laws, then the government can step in and make changes to the EPA. Precisely, but we don't know if this will be the case. There's a scenario in which they might invest within the EPA limitations. We just have to hear more before weighing the options. They never revealed much about their involvement to me, but I always had the feeling that Alfonso's crew is more linked to Gassom than they seemed. I have information that the CEO that replaced Alfonso was a loyalist. Alfonso is still the chairman of Gassom and the de facto key figure. Additionally, National Business Council Chairman Mikhail Avon and Minister Gus Manja have shares in the company and preside over the board. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's the potential, like there's a potentially corrupt thing happening behind the scenes. I suspect that the corporation isn't doing too well, and they're seeking investments. Any investment to Gassom will enrich the owners, but might also lead to more jobs and growth. Any further comments, esteemed cabinet members? The room went silent and no one stepped forward. It was noticeable how much people respected whiskey. He carried the soul of Swordland as a symbol of the past. I think this summarizes all we know and what we stand to gain, Mr. President. What are your thoughts? I think I would like to hear more from Mr. Manja. If there's one thing Gus is good at, it's making deals. I'm curious how it will develop. It's mostly out of the hands of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for now. I will assist in analysing the political implications, Mr. Whiskey. Thank you. Our support staff and I will be working towards the next step soon after receiving more contacts from Mr. Manga. Our ambassador in Porta Drazon is in communication with Laurento Esquibel, the Rizian Councillor of Foreign Affairs already. Well, that concludes our meeting, Mr. Rain. Thank you all for coming. I will take my leave then. Sir, the meeting concluded and the team dispersed. Our diplomatic action plan officially began. Okay. Oh my goodness. Alright. I think that's probably... I think I might call time on it for today. Oh my god, look at that 11 news. There's so much to do. The Kantanan security pact is doing things. Oh my gosh, bills and briefings, reports, so much to do. So much to do. That was it. This feels like a good spot though. We did a lot of things today. Yeah, how does 3 hours go by just like that? I mean, not an hour if it was yapping, but like 2 hours of suzerain just goes by like that. All right, let's exit. That's probably a checkpoint, I think. So exit to desktop, yes. Oh, like 3 hours total stream and then 2 hours of suzerain. It just goes by so quickly. It really does. All right. Shall we? Yeah, over already. I do have a meeting in about an hour, and I do want to eat something before then, more than just my small amount of yogurt that I had earlier. But let me just head back into my goodbye chair. All right. Oh, I'm so little. I need to sit up more. There we go. I was slouching. All right. I will have the schedule out sometime later today, or I don't know, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Need to just double check when I've got everything on. But I should have the schedule out soon. Looking forward to it. And yeah, we'll have another fun-filled week ahead of us, I think. Eat more healthily. Yogurt's very healthy. It's you know, full of good probiotic bacteria. But now I actually have to eat proper lunch, so yeah, I know 3 hours goes by so quickly. All right. Oh, I made myself big. Where should I send you all to? Let's find a place. Let's find a place to redirect you all. Hold on. I don't like raiding into, like, Rooney has an ASMR, but I don't like raiding into ASMR because it's like, hello, ASMR, we're a raid, woohoo! And it's kind of, it spoils the mood a little bit. So I'm going to send you to Yori, who's doing, I don't know, stream content undecided. Hopefully she's decided what she's doing. All right. Well, that's it from me. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend until I see you next. I hope you have a wonderful time. And yeah, thank you so much for coming. So this has been your captain, Wilhelmina Frost, of the Estelian Royal Guard, legendary knight of phaseconnect, New Generation Phase Saga. And no matter where you are in the world, my dear villager, I hope you have a good morning, a good afternoon, or perhaps even a good night.